How's it going, guys? Talking about air compressors now, eh? Oh, I don't think we should mention air compressors on YouTube anymore. Mine wouldn't shut off. The check valve. So you got the pressure releaser where that thing fucking popped. Mine stops at 175. It was past 200. And I couldn't read the gauge. And next thing you know, that pressure valve or whatever popped out and gave me a heart attack. I almost jumped through the wall. But so I stuck my finger, you know, when it gets full, like where the hydro box is, the little box with the, well, I think I got to replace that, because what I did was I stuck my finger in there and I shut it off like that. So I jiggled it around and then I just drained it some more out and it shut off. Because I was over here with the 3M and I wanted to make a video to show you guys what was going on here, and I was waiting for the air compressor to shut off. I was like, that's odd, man, because it shouldn't. Usually it shuts off like a matter of a minute, two, maybe, you know, no longer than 2 minutes. And kept on running and running. I'm sitting there waiting and waiting. And fuck. I don't think it's much for that switch anyways. That I seen them. I forget what the hell I seen them. So now I know my tank can hold over 200. Even my copper lines. I'm telling you guys. Usually, you know, things don't make me jump too often. That's so, no, the only time really is when somebody creeps up behind me. That's the only time I jump. But yeah, I almost went through the fucker. My heart just started pounding. I was just ready to dive through the wall. The door's right there, and I went that way to where the my 100-gallon tanks are. And the motor's warm. Everything's warm, man. Maybe it's just wearing off. I don't know. I was watching VW Darren's video, and I know Tommy, she's having problems with his air compressor. He's waiting for parts, and that he's he's waiting for some parts. And then I watched VW Darren. He was talking about people living in the north in the cold, and a lot of them have their air compressors outside or in a little room, which mine's in a 4x8 room. And I had to take the hydro from there to run it to my, because that's what it was. That was my furnace wiring. So I just wired up to the propane heater. And so I got no heat in there. So I guess before I fire her up tomorrow, it's warmer in there now. But man, it just kept on running. I bet you I sat here for about 5 minutes. I was like, there's something wrong with that, man. And yeah, almost gave me a fucking heart attack too. All I heard, and I thought it was a copper line that blew, because I mean my face was this far from the gauge, you know, trying to read this stupid thing. I had my flashlight, and I seen it over to 200. I know it was over 200, and that little pressure valve or whatever finally blew, and you know what I mean. So my tank hit its limit, because I know you can turn the you could turn it so you get more air, and it'll start at a different time too. I just haven't figured that part out yet, and sometimes they highly recommend not to do that. But I was kind of hoping this patch was in the same spot as the other one. It's up higher, so I know a lot of people would do this. I'm not, you know, I'm almost thinking of doing this, but it's all the way up here. The other one was down here. Now, I'm sure going to put a patch right in here. I'm going to end up rolling and coming right about here, because I don't want to be in the corner. I don't like that. I just find that it's harder to work. But yeah, this guy's got some Bondo. And that's what I mentioned to you guys last time. You know, when this is just white Bondo. And no, there's no fiberglass. See, you know what I mean? And some people on YouTube are worried about their welds. You know what I mean? So all my friends on YouTube, don't worry about your welds. If this sucker never leaked and no fiberglass, I'm shocked, man. Both sides were like that. Oh, I need to smoke after that, man. It's cold out there. So I gotta run heater to my air compressor. And I got a nice heater. Well, it's actually a box thing that we used to use in the porch at the old house to keep the water lines from freezing. Because the porch, we had to block the porch off because the porch shifted and we couldn't shut the door completely. In wintertime it would shift and we couldn't shut the outside door, so we had to put a blanket over that. We lived like that for 4 years, 5 years. Yeah, right from the first winter, man. We moved there in September and we lived there for 5 years, so 5 years of that. So, you know, after January, fucking, you know, and then our where our water goes for the from the washing machine, so it went into like a PC pipe down underneath and then into wherever, you know, for city, and that fucking thing freeze too. So and the machine was just flooding the whole porch. So I cracked it. I opened up the window and I cut a big hole in the fucking screen and jammed it outside. And oh yeah. By the very next day, man, kids could have went skating. My driveway was ice. So I ended up putting a bigger heater back there, and she finally unthawed. But every winter, same fucking thing. And that's all. But no, I'm gonna cut this right out. I can't. They did the same thing right on the edge. They didn't go around. I'm not sure what they did here yet, but we got some body fill here. Maybe as soon as I click on to the next 10 minutes of fame there, I'll go get it between then. So yeah, I'm thinking it's that little, you know, as soon as your check valve tells it to stop and then that little thing pops up and does that little psss. Well, it didn't go psss, so I was like, I had my hands on the copper pipe, and so there you go, man. At least I know my soldering's good. Because over 200 pounds of air. I'm not sure what that tank's rated for. But yeah, so there we go, guys. No more talking about air compressors, please. It's like you know, you get, you know, when you get into a run of bad luck, it's always, you know, threes, and it comes in threes, and it always, the third one's always something that's really serious, you know, death in the family or something. I believe in that stuff, and I don't know if I even want to run air tonight. I don't know. It is 11:43, but all I gotta do is get this rest finished. Shit. But I'll let you guys go and then I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get that Bond tester.